All right, what's up, family? Got a good one for you today. And it's going to be dealing with all the people out there that you got a great deal of respect for your significant other, whether it's your husband, your wife, your family members, your children, even a good friend, a really good friend, though. So, therefore, I'm going to title this one, We Represent Each Other. Just 4 words. We represent each other. Now let's get to the point what I mean by that. We represent each other. You ever think about when someone has a great deal of respect for your wife, right? And your wife may not be around today, but when the other family members got to deal with the husband represents the wife. If it's a deal of respect on both halves, it's like she make you look good, you make them look good. Everybody know, man, his wife, man, she's always kind, nice, very giving, always concerned about someone, always willing to go out their way and be helpful, whatever the case, right? Very loving. So now when you're around, they expect the same. And when you're a good person like that, you naturally are the same. You, like I said, title of the video, we represent each other. So at any given time, let's take my wife, for example. Her family know if she may not be around, but if I'm around, they know I represent my wife. So y'all know she's nice. You know I'm gonna be nice. Y'all know she's considerate. Y'all know when she show up at your house, she don't show up empty-handed, nor will I. Mm-hmm. So, and if you look up the word, let's make that the word of the day. What does the word represent means? To stand in for, they even actually say to represent for, to give a vote for, to act for, to speak for. So you could speak for this person. When you represent someone, let me keep going. Like I said, just even in a negative way. How many times, let's say, a parent's kids was misbehaving and the school had to call the parents? That's a reflection of the parents. And that's where the parents may say to that kid when they have to reprimand that child, right? They go, you represent us. So when you out here acting a daggone fool, it makes a bad look on us. See, you represent each other. So you definitely want to represent each other in a positive light. Because we know sometimes we got those family members and friends that give a bad representation of us. And we don't want that, right? All right, let's just say your child or family member of whatever degree have done some mischievous stuff and the cops had to bring them home, right? Cops might not have known you before, but they know your family now because of this family member, particularly kids, let's just say. Now they know you now because of something bad. You are representing your family. And now it's like, yo, look, you out doing nonsense. This makes the whole family look bad. See what I'm saying? We represent each other. So why not represent each other in a positive light? When my mother or father is out, no one could ever say, man, I seen your mother and father, they was out drunk, pissy drunk. Or, oh man, your brother's over here doing all this reckless stuff. Yo, they gonna always remember, oh, yo, that's such and such family. Nah, but it's a great thing to hear. Oh, man, I heard he was on the honor roll. Man, he did such wonderful things. Yeah, that's such and such kid. Great representation. That's what you want to lead by. So I love it. Have a great deal of respect when I see husband and wife particularly. And I happen to know and have a great deal of respect for this guy right here. And I just happen to run into his wife in the grocery store. And when I run into her, she light up when she see me. And I light up when I see her. And it's nothing but respect because why? I know her husband. And she's a representation of her husband. She carries that same great deal of respect that he has for me. She has the same deal of respect for me. Mm-hmm. And the way he carry himself with respect is the same way she carry herself with respect. When she sees me out and about, she don't act like she didn't see me. No, she's like, hey, such a... See, because I really can't stand people like that. They go, oh, I didn't see you. No. He don't act like that, nor do she. Mm-hmm. When I come to... let's say I go to one of my family members' house, right? Let's say I go to one of my family members' house, a female cousin of mine. If she always treated me with a great deal of respect. I'm pretty sure she's going to tell her man, this is my cousin, my brother, whatever the case, and she got great things to say about me because I've always carried myself with respect. So therefore, she's going to relate that message to her husband, her boyfriend, fiance, whatever. And that is the reason why when I go over there and let's say I bring another person with me, they go, man, you tell me you just met her husband? That's the first time you met her? Man, I thought y'all was real cool. Man, he was treating you with all this. Man, he act like y'all was tight. Man, he was really treating you with a great deal of respect. You know, and I gotta let this guy know, of course, because that's my cousin's husband. Obviously, she told him how I carry myself with respect and a great deal of respect she has for me. So that's why he treats me like that, because he's a representation of her. See what I'm saying? So I love it when I come across family members, people I know, especially married couples, when I can honestly say the husband and the wife are on the same accord, and I got a great deal of respect for both of them. It doesn't matter if they're together or they're not together. The way they carry themselves when they're in my presence and the way I carry myself in their presence is nothing but respect. Speaking of respect, let me just give you a story, as I always do, right? Let's take my wife, for example, my actual wife. I remember so many times I would drop her off at the hair salon when she would get her hair braided. And this how this thing would go, like I said, title of the video, we represent each other. When I would drop her off, you know, I'd come back home and I would text her about a half hour later. And the text would be something like this. Hello, babe. Is everything okay? You feeling okay? And her text would be, yes, babe, everything's fine. Matter of fact, the girl started my hair a while ago. My next text is, so how's it coming along so far? And then my wife would say something like, how the girl's doing a good job and babe, it's not hurting, man. Everything, the braid I'm looking at is looking nice, right? And then she'd say, oh, this girl got me cracking up, man. She's real nice. She's real cool. I love the way she's doing my hair. See, now, my wife just said everything positive about the hairstylist doing her hair. Now, this is where, title video, we represent each other. Now, my wife just is there getting her hair done, which she's going to pay for. My wife always leave a nice tip. My wife did not ask me to do none of this. But let's say about 2 hours later, whatever, however long, I know I text her again just before she's about to be finished. And I go, babe, are you hungry? And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm hungry. You know, if you could pick me up, this or that. I always buy a separate, whatever it is my wife asks me to get her, I get a separate order of that to give to the hairstylist. I always do. And if it ain't that, I bring a dozen donuts or I go to the bakery and get a bunch of pastries, whatever it is. But I've always done that, and my wife knows it. My wife has never asked me to do that. But when I show up to the salon and I give my wife her food, and then I tell the girl, the hairstyle, I say, hey, I bought you something too. I know you got to be hungry. You've been doing the hair for a while. It's always like, oh, now the first time I did that, the hairstyle was like, oh my gosh, that's so nice. What made you do that? I'm like, because my wife said you was doing a real good job on her hair. She had texted me, and, you know, I ain't going to just buy her something. You ain't going to get it for you. She's like, oh, my God. And, you know, when I leave, obviously, she tell my wife, you got a really good husband. Oh, my gosh, that was so nice. And I am hungry, too. You probably heard my stomach growling when I was doing your hair, right? And they laugh about that. But remember this, back? Now, I do that every time. Am I correct?
Yes, you do.
And you don't ask me to do that. But what I realized, I'm a representation of you and vice versa. You're a representation of me. So I know you're hungry. I just do it for you because I'm your husband, picking you up. It's a good thing to have manners and stuff like that in the show. Not only my wife pay you, give you a good tip, we take care of you as well, feed you as well, because we know you've been doing this for hours. You got to be hungry.
Exactly.
How about this? Remember that one time you went to the lady that's always late in Jersey? Always late, always got an excuse. Remember that time I bought a dozen donuts?
Oh my God.
Now this what I, once again, title video, we represent each other. So even when you got kids that don't have manners, like this over here right here, I can't stand it when kids don't got manners. Why? It's a representation of the parents.
Yeah.
Because if that kid is acting like they got no manners, this show that the parents, you didn't teach them any doggone manners.
Mm-hmm.
Now, anyway, back to the salon. On this other occasion, I bought a dozen donuts. I was about to pick you up. You was about finished. And you said, man, I got like another 10 minutes. I said, no problem. I'm going to the street, get some. I'll be right back. I went and got a dozen donuts. Came back in, and the owner's little daughter was in there. She looked like she's about 8, 9 years old. And when I came in with the dozen donuts, I said, hey, I brought some donuts for everybody here, so so y'all can have whatever you want. My wife, her favorite was in there, the Sugar Rays. So I said, babe, I want you 2 Sugar Rays, but the rest for everybody else. And then I went right to the little girl. I said, hey, and I opened up the donuts. I said, hey, listen. I said, I bought donuts. Grab whatever you want. It's just for you. I said, hey, beautiful little girl, beautiful little lady. I bought donuts. Would you like some donuts? And she just. And then I looked at the mother and I said, is it all right for her to have a donut? And then she looked at the girl. She said, yeah, you could. And the little girl went and grabbed 2 donuts, right? And I was like, good. Grab whichever one you want. Grabbed the 2 donuts and walked off.
Exactly. Didn't even say thank you.
You see? See, now, that's a representation of the mother. You ain't teaching her no damn manners. See, I approached the young lady and said, hello, beautiful. Look, I bought some donuts. You can have any one you want, any kind you want. And then once the mother told her to get it, she was supposed to say thank you. She didn't say thank you nothing. But I responded just like my mother taught me at times. I remember my mother popped me and said, boy, you say thank you when somebody give you something. Because I ain't got to give you nothing, right? And I was like, you're welcome. And I think she probably, thank you. Like, see, stuff like that make you want to snatch it back. Because, once again, title of the video, we represent each other. When you got a kid that don't have manners, it's a reflection of the parents.
But see, people will still make an excuse. Oh, she's just a child. No. Back in the days, when our great-great-grandparents
I got smacked for that.
they told us what's right and what's wrong.
Yep.
So don't, in today's society, don't make excuses for even the smallest kids.
Teach them right. Don't make excuses
exactly.
for them. Exactly. Good point.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of that salon, and I've done that many times, right? How about the other? Remember when you stopped going to that lady because she was always with this, I'm running late. I'm running every single time. So remember, you start going to this other lady at the salon. Mm-hmm. And remember, we went to this other lady, and it's the same type of Texas. I'm letting you let me know they're doing a good job. It's looking nice, and ladies nice, this and that. And I remember I bought them 2 dozen donuts to this other place because there was more people in that place. I bought 2 dozen donuts, and I bought apple juice and orange juice and all this. And I came in the place. I said, hey, ladies, I bought everybody some drinks and some donuts if y'all like donuts. And you grab your 2 out. Another 2 dozens was for them. The other 2 dozen donuts was them -2. Yo, the owner, I don't know if she's the owner. When I said I had donuts, I walked right up to the lady doing her hair. She went like this. She's like, oh, okay, thank you. And I said, would you like to grab one now? I know you're doing her hair, but I don't know. She's like, you can put it right there. Yo, that was another case where I said, see, some people, the saying they used to say, babe, even adults sometimes need to be taught manners.
Exactly.
Because I don't owe you nothing. I ain't got to do nothing for you. I'm doing it. Why? Because you're doing my wife's hair, and she's texting me, telling me that you're doing a good job, and she's comfortable, and everything is wonderful. So I just say, every time you go to salon, I do that, right? Salon. I just always bring food, snacks, drinks, or whatever. And you leave them a good tip.
Even when we pay a visit to a person,
house.
When we go on a house,
never show up empty-handed.
We never show empty-handed.
Exactly. Now, speaking of the salon, I got to give you one more because this was hilarious. I seen this video the other day what made me think of this. The lady was getting her hair done, right? And as the lady was doing her hair, the lady in the chair that's getting her hair done, she was like, she started texting something. Then she said, oh, I'm sorry. She said, do you mind? She was talking to the lady doing her hair. She said, do you mind? I wanted to order me something to eat. Do you mind if I order something to eat? And the stylist said, oh, no. She said, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. And she said, oh, okay, good. And then the stylist had the nerve, the audacity. She said, I don't mind if you order something. She said, but you getting me something too, right? And when she said that, the lady in the chair was like, I mean, okay, I guess it's no problem. I mean, whatever you're getting, it's going to come off the bill though, right? And the stylist was like, no, it's not coming off the bill. She said, but wait a minute. No, I'm ordering me some. And the stylist was arguing with her and said, no, but so you think you're just gonna order something and you're gonna just be eating while I'm doing your hair? And she said, yeah. She said, but like I said, I don't mind ordering you something, but it's that price got to come off the bill or discount. She said, no, I don't do any discount. And then the lady said, okay, then never mind. Then I just won't order nothing. And the stylist got mad. She said, oh, so now you're not going to order nothing. Now you're not going to order nothing because you don't want to order me nothing to eat. You think you're supposed to be eating and I'm not supposed to be eating either, huh? She said, like I said, if you want to take it off the bill, but if you're not gonna take it off the bill, no, I'm not buying nothing.
But see, you can look at that in many different ways. Like the way when I heard about the story, I took that one of the reasons I took that as if, okay, you never tip me when I'm actually so might as well give me something to eat. That'll be a tip.
But you don't know if she's tipping or not.
I'm just saying, exactly. I'm just saying, let's just say if she never tips every time she does her hair, never tips her.
A lot of people don't tip.
Yeah. So if you're gonna get something to eat, you might as well get me something to eat. That would be
that's how you tip. All right, this is how I took it. Her body language when the girl, when the hairstylist said, "Oh yeah, order you something," but you gave me something too, and her look went just like this. She was like.
But that was awkward. Well, that is awkward, though.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll order you something. I guess it's just gonna come off the bill, though, right? Now I took that as her body language. That was saying the audacity. How dare you just volunteer yourself to my money? How dare you? Like,
that's true.
But yeah, ultimately, that was funny. Like I said, my wife my wife has never once asked me to do these things. It just, I am a representation of her. So therefore, when I show up and she's telling me they treating her nice and they doing a good job, I make sure I show my appreciation of how you treated my wife nice. And my wife leaves a nice tip on top of that. Mm-hmm. So like my wife said, it's a damn shame. Some people, and yes, that means even adults, still need to be taught how to have some damn manners.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, y'all know what I'm saying. I have a great deal of respect when I come across couples that husband and wife are very considerate when they're dealing with people of respect. It doesn't matter if they both together or not. They treat this person with respect. They don't put on acts only when the husband or the wife is there. That's being a fake and a phony, putting on the front. I don't like that.
Exactly. For one more thing, Papi, even if what gets on my nerve is that, let's just say a couple is being invited to an event, but the wife makes all these excuses saying, oh no, I'm not going to the event because obviously the husband was invited somewhere. So why is every time her husband is invited to a couple of places and she making excuses
I've seen it a lot. Now see, that's a representation too. Why? Because if the man don't put her in her place, and yes, folks, I said put her in her place. Because if you are a representation of each other, when she's cutting up, it's his job to get it right. When he's cutting up, when he's making bad decisions, it's a reflection of both of y'all.
Yeah.
It's her job to say, babe, that's not right. That's not right. They didn't treat us like that. It's only right for us to treat them with the same respect that they treated us. So when she's acting up, it's his job to get on her case. Y'all are a representation. You can't keep playing these games of, oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, no, I was so busy. Or, you know, women love to say, yeah, I got a lot going on. I've been going through a lot. They always love to say that. Mm-hmm. Now, that statement you said, I've seen it all too often.
Yeah.
Where a woman will say, my family is having this anniversary for my mother, my aunt, my grandmother, or my uncle, whatever, and he goes. Oh, my family's having this event for this and that, and he goes. My family's having this event. Not only he go, he be the one on the grill cooking out. But then when his family have something, it's always, she got a headache. My stomach hurt. I ain't feeling good. I'm hanging out with my friends that day. Mm-hmm. Well, all those things need to be put aside because these people who I'm talking about showed us respect when we have something. Exactly. So when we having respect, doggone it, you better make time. That's what you call we represent each other. Exactly. You stand in for each other. Exactly. Act for one another. You know, you're a counsel for one another. You know, we represent each other in such great respect and prestige where people know you ain't got to worry about them. Yo, they good people. Trust me, they good people. And if for some reason the other one don't show up for a valid reason, not the BS reasons, I've been going through a lot, I got a lot going on, that dumb junk. If it's an actual valid, for real reason, the one person that is there, they're going to do such a good job that you're going to be like, man, your husband wasn't able to show up, but you showed up, boy, she did a wonderful job.
And
Your wife wasn't able to show up, but your husband showed up, man, he did a wonderful job, man. It was like you was here. We thought you was here because he did so much. We thought you was here. Or I didn't even realize you wasn't here. Your husband did such a good job.
Exactly.
It was amazing.
And one more thing, it gets on my nerve when someone easily comes out of their mouth saying, I'll let you know.
That get on my nerve because
That
that's a
gets
BS.
really, exactly. So
Point blank.
if I'm showing you 100, why would you come and tell me, oh, I'll let you know?
I don't even want to deal with them people no more. I don't care if family or not. When a person say, I'll let you know, that's a line for bullshit, BS. Because it's nonsense that they even let that come out your mouth. And it's a reflection of your wife. It's a reflection of your husband. And neither one of you getting on each other's case say, knock it off with that.
Exactly.
Knock it off with that. When we asked them to come to us, they didn't hit us with we'll let you know. They made it happen. So don't you come with those lines because it's nonsense.
Exactly.
Peace.